out for a little hike in the woods right now. And one of the things that I really love about where I live is that even though I mostly grew up around here, I haven't lived here for 13 or 14 years, but even still, I still find places that I never knew about. Trails, woods, and things like that. You know, you grow up in a small town and you're like, I know this place like the back of my hand. And then you kind of start noticing, like, wait a minute, I've driven past this place literally thousands of times, and I never noticed there was this little trail. So, this trail goes down the side of a mountain. It's actually a pretty steep trail. I'm going downhill right now, though. I walked up for about 2 or 3 kilometers, but I do have some other stuff I need to do today, so I had to cut my sense of curiosity short. Also, it's pretty wet and soggy. I think I'll come back and explore this trail a little further when I'm wearing some proper rain gear and better footwear. But yeah, interesting little trail. Goes up at the base of, there are 2 mountains that are right next to each other. And I'm not sure which one this is going up. It's either Mount Provo or Mount Sicker. Or maybe it's the space in between. Not sure about that. But, just a little ways back up this trail, which doesn't look like it's been used in a while. It is kind of in a really, it's hard to explain, but there's a whole bunch of little trails leading off, and I get the sense that this one probably hasn't been used in quite some time. I don't see any footprints, I don't see any dog tracks, I don't see any dog droppings, and it looks like it was originally like an ATV trail. But again, no ATV tracks, no dirt bike tracks, which, you typically see around here. But anyway, a little bit creeped out. I was nearing the top of a hill. Kind of up around the bend, I could see there was like this sort of heavy-duty plastic tarp lying on the ground, kind of at the side of the trail, and it was just weird. It was kind of creepy. And then a little further up, there was more plastic tarp and stuff lying around them. And, honestly, in this part of the world, the first thing I thought was like, oh, probably has something to do with somebody growing weed. But this isn't really a kind of a spot where you would grow weed. It's in the middle of the forest. There's no sunshine. Didn't make any sense. So I did pull up the tarp to see if there was anything underneath. There was nothing. I was glad. But yeah, a little spooky. But I don't know. You kind of have to keep your brain in check while you're walking out in the woods by yourself, because it's easy to let your imagination run away with you. Although, last week I was out walking a trail, and I did have an encounter with a mama bear and her cubs that was a little closer than I was comfortable with. It wasn't like, we were right face to face. She was probably a good, say between 50 and 100 meters up the path, but still, when it's a mother bear and cubs, It's a little unnerving, especially when, I started making noise, and usually if it's like a solo male bear, which is what you usually see around here, they hear you, they see you, they run. They're black bears, they're not grizzlies, they're generally more scared of people than you are of them. But when I started making a bunch of noise, trying to scare the mama bear off, she just stared me down and slowly started walking towards me, actually, as I was slowly backing away. And then finally a little gust of wind came from behind me, and I could see her her nose perk up. I think it was actually finally getting a smell of me that made her decide to leave. Her sight's pretty bad, but yeah, it was spooky. I think this time of year though, most of the bears are kind of down around where she was, like in close proximity to a river where the salmon are running. I'm pretty far up, too far up for anything like that. So I think most of the bears are. I don't think any of them will be up around here. So I think I'm good. And just heading back to Churchill, my van, and gonna do really one of the best, most exciting parts of living in a van or RV. I'm gonna go empty my septic tank. Fun. All right. Well, bye for now.